Hi there, my name is Rachel, and today's practice is called Yoga for Brainstorm. So, if there are a few things you've been planning lately or you're needing to open up to some new ideas, this is the perfect practice for you. I invite you to find a comfortable cross legged seat on a mat or some area you can practice. Spend a moment to get yourself settled here, feel grounded through your sits bones. And once you feel supported, you've found a version of this cross legged seat you can hold for a few moments for our opening meditation. Go ahead and begin to drop in. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel, the earth supporting you, the air on your skin, your muscles, your joints, maybe some building excitement. Dropping the attention a layer deeper, noticing the breath in and out of the nose, if that's available to you. Bringing all of that freshness with every in-breath and letting go with every exhale. Our yoga practice presents us with a variety of situations, perhaps outside of our comfort zone, and new positions we haven't yet tried. Allows us the opportunity to change our perspective and to open up to new inspiration, to aid us in our brainstorm off the mat. There's something you would like to invite some freshness to, some innovation as we move throughout this moving meditation. Perhaps you'd like to set that as your intention for practice today. Holding that situation in your mind's eye. Inhale, breathe some energy, some life into it. And exhale, allow that image to dissolve. You can call it back to you as we go throughout our practice. Gently blink your eyes open. And from here, we'll move into a tabletop position. So if you'd like, you can roll over your knees. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. And strong. And then exhale, send the hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Guide the heels toward the mat. Send the hips high. And if you'd like to spend a couple moments walking out your dog here, you can. Waking up the backs of those legs as we ease into our practice. When you're ready, find some stillness here in your down dog. On an inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, send the hips back. And when you're empty of breath, we'll meet top of the mat. You can step up, you can take a walk up, or you can even float over to your forward fold. Inhale, find a flat spine, hands come to shins. Exhale, fold back down and in. Inhale, hinge at your hips. Swim those arms overhead. And then exhale, draw the hands to heart center. From here, feel into all four corners of those feet as they root down into the earth. Feel connected through the corner of your foot behind the big toe, behind the pinky toe there on your ball of your foot, and the back two corners of your heel. From here, on an inhale, begin to shift your weight forward into the balls of those feet. So a slight lean out. Feel your toes contract to keep you steady here. To correct for our weight moving forward, feel how The muscles around those calves and those lower legs contract. You may even notice the quads contracting or your core turning on. On your next inhale, pass back through the center, the weight over the center of the foot, and then exhale, send the weight now into the heels, leaning back. Notice how the body compensates as the weight shifts. Behind you, maybe the toes are able to lift here. Notice how all of these muscles are now contracting and holding you in this position in a different way. On your next inhale, come right through center. Feel the center of gravity right over the middle of those feet, the arches of those feet. Equal weight in all of those parts of the foot. Feel centered here. Feel grounded here, right now, in the present moment, especially with so many things to plan and to dream and to think about. Remember, you are here now, and all of those things are coming. On an inhale, swim the arms skyward. On an exhale, peel the elbows open, cactus those arms, and lift up through the heart. Open up through the midline, all the possibilities. Inhale, swim the arms back overhead. And then exhale, swim the hands behind. Take a clasp with the hands if it's available to you. You could also grab a strap. You can also leave your arms in airplane wings. On an inhale, draw those knuckles down. Fill through the chest with breath. And then exhale, forward fold. As you dive over your strong legs, guide the knuckles overhead, keeping the heart open, stretching through the shoulders. Opening ourselves up to all the possibilities. And sending the head below the heart. Perhaps allowing that heart the chance to feel into the new situations that are coming our way. Take one final inhale here. And then exhale, allow the fingertips to float back down to the mat. On your next inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank, lower through chaturanga or to the mat. Inhale, find your back bend, either cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, hips go back to our downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back behind us, three-legged dog, press through the hands. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, seal the back foot flat, and find your stance. Build your warrior one from the ground up. Once you find a firm foundation for your feet, ride your inhale. Arms come up in line with ears as you rise in your warrior one lunge. Driving through the right heel, feeling connected here, feeling strong. Take an inhale. And then exhale, swim the hands behind again for that clasp. Draw the knuckles down. Inhale, fill the heart. Exhale, begin to fold on top of that right knee or on the inside of that right knee as the knuckles draw up and over, humble warrior. Feeling the quad turn on as we send that center of gravity now back towards that front foot. Allowing the head the chance to drop for all of this blood flow to begin to send to the brain. All those creative juices. On an inhale, begin to rise out of your fold. Release those hands. Arms come up. Reach. Exhale. Hands come down to frame the foot. Step back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press through the hands and inhale. Lift the left leg. Drive through the heel. Three-legged dog. Exhale. Step the left foot through. Seal your back foot flat. And ride the breath up into your warrior one. Now on the left side. Once you find the pose, you've made the adjustments you've needed to make. Settle in. Find a point on the wall, perhaps in front of you, to settle now your gaze, to settle your attention. And in this stillness, can we be here now, trusting all of the brainstorm, all of the inspiration is coming our way. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, swim the hands behind, draw the knuckles down. Maybe take the opposite clasp, opposite fingers on top now. Inhale and fold on your exhale. On top of or on the inside of this left knee with the knuckles drawing overhead, humble warrior. And in all of the strength and in all of the openness we find through the heart and the shoulders, hold on to the breath. That steady, familiar breath in and out of the nose and all of the newness. Like each breath could suck all of the creativity, all of the life and vitality out of the pose, out of this moment. On an inhale, rising out of your fold, release the hands, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. And exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees to the mat. And begin to rise into a sort of kneeling position on the knees and the feet. You may choose to tuck your toes here. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, place them behind on those hips. Kind of like you're about to slide your hands into some jean pockets here. Take an inhale, lift up through the chest. And then exhale, begin to push your weight back into those hands. You could stay here, or you can drop those hands on top of those heels for camel pose, either with the toes tucked, or if you feel quite open today, with the tops of those feet flat on the floor. All the while lifting up through the heart. Allowing the shoulders to open, allowing the midline to open. One final inhale here. And then exhale, bring the hands back up to the small of the back. And then begin to sit the hips back. Send the ankles out to one side. Legs come out long in front. Take an inhale here with the legs long, arms to the sky. Exhale for a moment. Let's fold over our legs and allow that rounding to come back to the spine. Just a counter pose for that big back bend in camel. On an inhale, find a flat back, come out of your seated forward fold, and then find your flat back now on the mat, Shavasana. Allowing the feet to flap open, the palms to face the sky. When you feel settled, close your eyes. Allow the experience of your practice to integrate into your body, into your being. Trust that you have what it takes. You've done the work. You've done the preparation. Give yourself the opportunity now to step away from the project, to fully rest, to let go and trust that the fruit of your brainstorm is on its way. Inspiration is coming. You can let go for a few moments to then come back into the situation with a fresh perspective, a fresh mind. If you have a few moments to spend in Shavasana, I invite you to do so here. Allow yourself to rest. And when you're ready to come back, we'll finish our practice in a cross-legged seat, gently coming out of your Shavasana. We'll meet with our legs crossed, our hands at our heart center, and our eyes closed. The light within me acknowledges and honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice. It's always an honor being able to guide us in these flows together. Until next time, bye-bye.